Hey guys, Honeydew for me, aka Honeydew for me, and today I have a performance review for you guys on the Nike Zoom Shift. So let's get right into it, starting out with the traction. Starting out with the traction on the Nike Zoom Shift, as you guys can see, there is a snowflake looking ass traction pattern. I don't really know what to call it because it is kind of unorthodox, but let me just tell you guys how it performs. So on clean courts, you're not going to be slipping, you're going to be fine, just wipe every now and then. And then on dusty courts, this is where the performance really hinders, and this is where I feel like it's not really good because the dust gets trapped in the pattern so much that you keep sliding and stuff, so you have to keep wiping and wiping, and it's kind of annoying. I wouldn't say that the traction on this shoe is bad, but I'd say like it's not great either. So I'd say probably a little bit above average. And as for outdoor hooping, I wouldn't recommend these outside because they do have a softer or not too soft rubber, but they're also not very deep, so I don't think they'll last very long. Plus they don't really perform very well outside. As you guys can see, I'm slipping a little bit. The cushioning on the Nike Zoom Shift is very basic. It just has a 4-foot zoom unit and then a full-length Phylon midsole. And to be completely honest, this setup is pretty basic and pretty boring. But for as how it felt on feet, it felt okay. Like I didn't feel like my joints and stuff were hurting or anything, so that's always a good sign. But it also wasn't very responsive, or it didn't give like a nice push. It was kind of more dense, and it just didn't feel that great, to be honest. I didn't really feel the zoom unit until I really broke the shoe in, and like when I did, like I could barely feel it. So the cushioning is nothing too special. There's nothing really to be really excited about, and there's nothing really to bash the shoe about. So that's for the cushioning. The cushioning is okay. For the materials on the Nike Zoom Shift, another very basic setup on the Nike Zoom Shift. We just have a all mesh upper with some neoprene, like a booty construction, kind of like the KD9s and Damian Lillard 2s and stuff. And then we have a kind of like a plastic cage and also a wing that locks your foot down. For how the materials felt, they felt pretty good on the feet. It was kind of nicely padded around the heel and Achilles area, which was really nice and comfortable. But it was a pretty basic setup, nothing too special about it. But what I did like was that it was soft and I didn't really need to break it in. So that's really good for the materials. I feel like the materials were probably the best part of the shoe. Moving on to the fit of the Nike Zoom Shift, these do fit true to size, but if you do have a wide foot like me, you might experience a little pain in the beginning before you break them in. For me, most shoes like this shoe, probably like the low tops and like the more narrow shoes, my feet always hurt when I'm breaking in the shoe, but that goes away pretty quickly. And I feel like as long as you go true to size, or if you're not sure, try on the shoe, because if you have a weird shaped foot, or like you don't really trust reviewers and stuff, you should just try them on. I don't think they'll be selling out anytime soon. But I feel like these do run true to size, and the fit is pretty nice once you lace all the laces really tight. Support on the Nike Zoom Shift was also pretty good. It was like pretty standard. The plastic heel wing thing, I don't really know what to call it, was really good in locking my heel down, and I didn't really have any problems with instability or anything. The shoe is a little bit on the narrower side, as I probably mentioned in the fit section. So if you do need a big outrigger, have ankle problems, I'm not really sure if this shoe is the best for you because it is a little bit narrow. But for me, the support was totally fine. My heel was locked in, and my foot wasn't moving around the shoe, so I don't have anything to complain about. So overall, the Nike Zoom Shift is a solid performer. However, I do not feel like it's worth $100 because you can just go into the Nike factory store, you can go into Foot Locker, Champs. There's a bunch of sales that you can get better performers for under $100, and I just feel like you don't always have to get the newest shoes because you're definitely not getting the best tech for that price, especially if you just get like the KD9s, the last year's Hyperdunks, even some Adidas shoes. Like they're really good shoes for cheaper prices just because they're last year's model. I don't feel like the performance is worth the $100, especially nowadays. There's so many upcoming brands and shoes out. There's just so many options that are better than this. However, this is a good overall shoe. So if you can find them for around $50 to $60 and you really like the aesthetic or whatever, I say go for it. But other than that, though, I don't think it's worth the $100 to me. But yeah, it was a good shoe. That's gonna pretty much wrap up my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was like a little bit entertaining and also informative. So leave a like if you liked the video, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do have a lot of videos coming, basketball and sneaker related. But other than that though, I don't have anything else to say to you guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.